Hello, everyone. This is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution. Thanks very much for watching. I have with me today as a guest from San Diego, California, Kim Loh. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Natalie. Thank you so much for having me today.
It's absolutely my pleasure. Kim, I love what you submitted to me pre-interview about your practice in San Diego. Your ideas about how to deal with, manage, and benefit from difficult conversations is inspiring. Tell me more about your practice.
Well, thank you so much for your kind words. Yeah, I'd love to share a little bit about what I've been working on in this last period. It really came from the work that I was doing in and around the United Nations in New York, where I was doing a lot of peace research. So I had the great privilege of being able to work with peace builders and people around the world who were doing very important work within the communities themselves that were in conflict. And then from that, I suppose, I have a background as a lawyer, and then I have my master's in conflict resolution. I was really trying to work out, how can I offer in something to me that feels really unique and personal, and in incorporating the ways that I see conflict and the potential that lies therein. Because I really do think of conflict as a very intrinsic part of just our experience of being human beings with all our differences and all our diversity. And so really the questions that I hold are, how can we leverage the creativity? How can we leverage the energy and what it points us toward about what's important to us as beings? And so, yeah, those are just some of the ideas that I hold core in my work as I coach and as I facilitate and sometimes mediate, but less often these days. And in my writing, these are the ideas that are running through it.
So and I know that a lot of the work that you do is done online, but when you're dealing with clients in person or online, regardless, how is it that you best help them to have these difficult conversations? What tools do you actually use when you're dealing with clients?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that there's different components that I'm wrapping together into what I would refer to as just my holistic approach. Certainly, I'm calling on conflict resolution and communication tools and ways of, communicating across the divides. And then what I would say is the more intangible, or maybe the more sort of broad-ranging part, is what I draw from in my own spiritual practices, or what I draw from integral theory, or what I draw from adult developmental psychology, and just some of the things that have become very intriguing to me as I've deepened into my understanding of who we are as human beings and what it means when we come and butt heads as we do on the daily. So I'd say I weave in a lot of those approaches. I would actually I take quite a fluid approach. It really depends on who I'm working with. It's very important for me to meet people where they're at. What are their motivations for even seeking out the work with me, really does also help to shape that container. But with some of my deeper work that I do with one-on-one clients, certainly we take a holistic approach. We are curious about not only the more tangible material conflict that's happening, but we're also paying attention to the energetics of what is occurring in that relationship, and perhaps what are the wider, maybe even karmic questions we could ask about the positioning or the opportunity that presents in that interaction.
Right. Okay. And so your clients, are they primarily individuals, or do you also work with teams and groups?
Both. Certainly, individuals and teams and groups. One of the areas which I'm sort of refining and deepening into now is specifically serving leaders and change agents and innovators and people. I'm very, very inspired to work with people who have a vision of the social world that they want to create, and I see my work as supporting them with perhaps the human systems that are obviously influencing everything to do with how institutionally or organizationally we come together and meet and function. But yeah, I'm helping them with their social networking, coherence, whatever it is that they need to do to bring people together to create the movement that they want to see.
I love that. I love that you are, in a very artistic and heartfelt way, combining the human with the industrial or the the systems of it, and making those, they are necessary to have those industrial systems, but to make those as humanly possible, it is a fantastic thing that you offer for your clients. I really, really like that. That's really admirable.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What is the best way for someone to find out more about you and your coaching and your mediation services? How do we get to you?
Certainly through my website. I'm also present on social media. I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. Instagram seems to be an interesting place for me right now. I just noticed that the way that it works, I'm able to connect with people in surprising ways. And so I share frequently through that. And where else? I think that's it. I have a Twitter account, but that's a bit sleepy at the moment.
That's all right. It's great to occupy, just one or two spaces and occupy them really, really well. So I will put your social media platform contacts in the description bar and your website in the description bar. And it's really easy. Your website, KimberlyLoh.com. And so I'll put those there. And so I know that on your website, you have a lot of resources for people to log on and read and interact and utilize to help themselves there. And I encourage everyone to follow you on your Instagram and LinkedIn pages as well, because I think the services you offer are tremendous.
Thank you very much. And thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be able to connect in with you and the people whom you serve and your audiences and your networks. So thank you for this opportunity.
You are more than welcome, my friend. Listen, everyone, if you or someone you know could benefit from contacting Kim Loh in San Diego, although she's in San Diego, she's available because of technology everywhere on the planet. But if you or someone you know could benefit from these services, please reach out to her or share this video with someone that you know or love. Thanks very much, Kim. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Natalie.
All right. As always, everyone, please subscribe, like, and share this information. And as always, be good humans. Thanks for watching.